Hey, how's it going? It's Ben Hearn with another Market Watch edition for the month of May for Narberth and Penn Valley. It's same old story as it's always been this year. There's just a lot of buyer demand and there's not many homes. And I know like quite recently, within the last 2 weeks, there's been a lot of talk, at least nationally, about the market normalizing is the word that we're hearing. And in some cases, it's even turning into somewhat of a buyer's market. Houses are sitting, homes are doing price drops, sellers aren't getting what they once were. That is not really the case for our area. There have been some homes that are sitting a little more, and maybe more homes are having to do price drops. I think that's more a reflection of people trying to list it for too much. But if a home is still, great condition and good price, it's still going to go well over asking. And it, like some of the, like there's a home in Valley Kenwood yesterday that was active for 6 hours and it went under contract. So the homes still go quite quickly now, although yeah, homes now have a little higher tendency to sit on the market for a bit longer. The market watch we're going to see today, a lot of these closings are from when the market was like insane a couple months ago. So a lot of these homes went like well over asking. And I'm going to share my screen and we'll get right to it. So as you can see, these are some of the active ones. A couple price drops, a couple that were on the market, back on the market. A couple that have been like sitting for like a week or so. A bunch of them went under contract. A lot of these ones that were up, they don't last too long. And so now we have the close. So again, a lot of these went like well over. So Elmwood went 23% above asking. It was listed for 525, I believe, and it closed for 650. So that's pretty good for them. 303 Woodside, this one actually settled for a little under. It ended up being 115. They had it listed at basically 1.2. I mean, that's still pretty crazy for a home that does not have a driveway. You're getting over a mill, and it's 2,500 square feet. So I don't know. That's pretty good. Like it's a cool looking home for sure. But yeah, so like not every single home went over asking, but almost. 229 Forest Road. This one sold 13% above asking at 990. It was listed at 875, and these people just bought it 2 years ago for 827. People thought the market was hot back then, but now it's going for 990. That's got like a really, really cool backyard. 470 Brookhurst, this one well over asking as well, 16% above asking. So it was listed at 545 and it ended up closing at 633. And I believe, yeah, so they bought that August 21 for 335. And then the interior, they did a really nice job. If you go to the Market Watch, again, there's like a black button for it in the bottom of the email. You can scroll through the pictures. That one's great. Another one, Essex, this kitchen. I love what the interior, like the interior design of this is really good. So it was listed for 125. It sold for 1325. I mean, the lot size was pretty small. The house, it's 3,300 total square feet, but it felt a touch cramped. But the kitchen and just, it was so good. Again, I would encourage you to scroll through the pictures if you so choose. 203 Avon Road, this one sold 10% below asking for 655. And so it's 3 bed, 1.5 bath, 1,500 square feet. It does not have a kitchen. That home sold for 655 without a kitchen. And it's 1,500 square feet. That's just wild. So anyway, that one, even if you don't have a kitchen, you can sell your house, like literally. 304 Conshohocken State Road sold a little above asking, 4.4%. So it was listed at 900 and it closed at 940. And yeah, we're at the point where like 40K over on a price like that isn't like noteworthy at all. 314 Fairview, that's an amazing aerial view. That sold well above asking too at 2,510 and it was listed at 2.3. So at that price point, that's pretty good. 217 Forest that finally closed for 935. That one, I mean, it was such a unique home. Like the woodworking in there is so intricate and like detailed. So yeah, that they just needed to find the right buyer for that one, just because it was like a particular home. 18 Schiller, this one sold 6.5% above asking for 464.5, was listed for 436. I thought it was cool. It kind of like reminded me of like a house in the city, like with that exposed brick, and it had like kind of like an urban vibe. I'm not sure who the buyers were, but I think like a young couple probably like would have loved that. 1024 Bryn Mawr Ave, this sold well above asking. It was listed around like, let's see, basically 1.1, and it sold for like 1.25. That again, great looking home, the kitchen and everything, really nice. 607, I'm sorry, skipped one. 95 Windsor, right there in the middle of downtown. That sold above asking, well above asking. Was listed for 390, sold for 460. 3-bed, 1-bath, 1,200 square foot home. So, I mean, that's got, backyard, great location. It's really all you need to sell a house. Again, you don't even need a kitchen. 607 County State Road, 950. That was 11% below asking. That was on the market for 2 weeks. 1100 Green Tree, that sold well above asking, so 16%. So it's pretty crazy. Most of them we've seen that were above asking were above like 10% above asking. So this was listed for 650 and it sold for 755. Once again, nice interior. And then there were a couple more that closed. 1345 June Lane, actually sold below asking, 4%, for 960. 1348 Bow Barn, that was right on the money. Yep. So it was listed for 1.4 and it ended up selling for 1.4. There's been a decent amount on Bow Barn, somewhat recently. And then 615 Shady Lane, this one, when people saw it listed for, I think 600 on the nose, every realtor got a couple calls. They're like, oh, is this house in Narberth for 1,600 or for 600? And it's like, no, that thing is going to sell over. So that ended up closing at 710. It's got a cool kitchen, like the space, obviously. I'm assuming people are going to update it. So that'll be pretty cool. That was on the market for 4 days. So that's it. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'd like to ask if you, of all the people you know, if you can think of anyone who might be selling their house or who is likely to sell their house, maybe in the next year, and they don't have a resource, and maybe, I don't know if you brokered that conversation with them or whatnot. I'd love for maybe an intro, or just maybe you could just send them my info. Because yeah, we just need more homes on the market at this point. And we'll see, hopefully it does normalize, but I don't see that happening in our area quite too much anytime soon. It's just so many people want to move in and then not that many people want to move out. So still supply and demand issues still going to be there. All right, that's it. Have a great month and happy summer, I guess, when next time I see you. All right, bye.